Imagine waking up in the dead of night, your heart pounding. The room is cloaked in darkness, and you can feel the weight of the silence pressing down on you. You feel a presence in the room. It's as if someone, or something, is watching you from the shadows. But something is terribly wrong. You can't move, you can't speak, you're trapped in your own body, unable to call for help or even shift your position. This is sleep paralysis, and it's more common than you might think. It's a condition where your mind wakes up but your body remains in a state of paralysis. In fact, around 8% of people experience this terrifying phenomenon at least once in their lifetime. That's a significant number when you consider the global population. That's millions of individuals around the world facing the same chilling experience. From different cultures and backgrounds, sleep paralysis does not discriminate. While it might seem like something out of a horror movie, sleep paralysis is a very real and very frightening sleep disorder. The sensation of being trapped and the hallucinations that often accompany it can be deeply disturbing. It can affect anyone, regardless of age, gender, or background. Whether you're young or old, male or female, sleep paralysis can strike at any time. The good news is that sleep paralysis is not life-threatening. It doesn't cause any physical harm, and most people will only experience it a few times in their lives. However, the experience itself can be deeply unsettling and leave a lasting impact. The fear and anxiety it generates can linger long after the episode has ended, affecting your overall sense of well-being and sleep quality. Sleep paralysis is a sleep disorder that occurs during the transition between sleep and wakefulness. It is characterized by a temporary inability to move or speak, despite being fully conscious. This disconnect between mind and body can be incredibly disorienting and frightening. Imagine your brain waking up from a dream but your body remaining asleep. You're caught in between, fully aware of your surroundings but unable to interact with them. Your mind, still partially in the realm of sleep, might conjure up hallucinations, further intensifying the fear. This is the essence of sleep paralysis, a terrifying glitch in the complex machinery of the human brain. The hallmark of sleep paralysis is the terrifying feeling of being completely immobilized. It's a phenomenon that leaves you trapped in your own body, unable to move or speak, despite being fully conscious. Imagine waking up and realizing that you are utterly powerless, your muscles refusing to respond to your commands. Your mind is awake, but your body remains in a state of sleep, creating a disorienting and frightening experience. You try to scream, but no sound escapes your lips. It's as if your voice is trapped within you, adding to the sense of panic and helplessness. You try to move your arms or legs, but they feel like lead weights. Every effort to break free is met with an invisible force holding you down. This paralysis can last anywhere from a few seconds to several agonizing minutes. Each second feels like an eternity as you struggle to regain control over your own body. The experience can be so overwhelming that many people report feeling a sense of impending doom, or even the presence of something sinister in the room. These hallucinations can be incredibly vivid, making it hard to distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. This feeling of helplessness, combined with the inability to distinguish between reality and hallucinations, creates a perfect storm of fear and anxiety. The mind races, trying to make sense of the surreal and terrifying experience, often leaving a lasting impression long after the episode has ended. While the exact causes of sleep paralysis remain a mystery, researchers have identified several factors that may play a role. Disruptions in sleep patterns, such as jet lag, shift work, or insomnia, are thought to be major contributors. Stress, anxiety, and even certain medications can also increase the likelihood of experiencing sleep paralysis. In essence, anything that disrupts the normal sleep-wake cycle can throw a wrench in the delicate balance of brain activity, potentially triggering an episode of sleep paralysis. Other factors, such as sleeping on your back, narcolepsy, and even genetics, have also been linked to this unsettling sleep disorder. Section 5. The Mind's Eye. Hallucinations and sensations during episodes. As if the paralysis itself wasn't terrifying enough, sleep paralysis often comes with a host of vivid and unsettling hallucinations. These hallucinations can be visual, auditory, or even tactile, further blurring the line between reality and nightmare. The mind, in its semi-conscious state, conjures up images and sensations that feel incredibly real. People have reported seeing shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their rooms, feeling a weight pressing down on their chest, or hearing whispers and growls close to their ears. These auditory hallucinations can be as simple as a faint whisper or as terrifying as a loud, menacing growl. Some even describe a sensation of being dragged out of bed or choked, adding another layer of terror to an already frightening experience. These hallucinations, while not inherently dangerous, can be incredibly realistic and disturbing, making it difficult for the person to distinguish between what is real and what is imagined, leaving a lasting impression on those who experience them. The fear and confusion can linger long after the episode is ended, affecting one's overall sense of well-being and peace of mind. It's not uncommon for individuals to wake up in a panic, their hearts racing and their minds struggling to process what just happened. Understanding these experiences and knowing that they are a common part of sleep paralysis can help in coping with the fear and anxiety they bring. Seeking support from friends, family, or a therapist can also provide comfort and reassurance, helping to mitigate the impact of these terrifying episodes. Section 6. Facing your fears. Understanding sleep paralysis. The first step in overcoming the fear associated with sleep paralysis is understanding what it is and what it is not. Sleep paralysis is not a life-threatening condition, nor is it a sign of mental illness. It is a common sleep disorder that affects millions of people worldwide. By educating yourself about the causes, symptoms, and potential triggers of sleep paralysis, you can begin to demystify this frightening experience. Knowledge is power, and in the case of sleep paralysis, understanding can help alleviate some of the fear and anxiety associated with this sleep disorder. Section 7. Beyond the shadows, seeking help and support. If you experience frequent episodes of sleep paralysis, it is essential to consult with a healthcare professional. They can help rule out any underlying medical conditions and provide guidance on managing your sleep paralysis. Treatment options may include lifestyle changes, such as improving sleep hygiene, reducing stress, and establishing a regular sleep schedule. In some cases, medications may be prescribed to address underlying sleep disorders or anxiety. Remember, you don't have to face this alone. Seeking professional help can provide you with the tools and support you need to regain control of your sleep and reduce the frequency and intensity of sleep paralysis episodes. The power of sharing your sleep paralysis experiences. Sharing your experiences with sleep paralysis can be incredibly therapeutic. Talking to friends, family, or even joining online support groups can help you realize that you are not alone in this. Hearing other people's stories can normalize the experience and provide valuable coping mechanisms. Sharing your story can also help to raise awareness about sleep paralysis and reduce the stigma surrounding this often misunderstood sleep disorder. By fostering open and honest conversations, we can create a more supportive and understanding environment for those who experience the terrifying reality of sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis in history and culture, more than just a bad dream. Sleep paralysis has been documented for centuries, often attributed to supernatural forces or demonic visitations. In many cultures, folklore and mythology are rife with tales of creatures that prey on the sleeping, holding them captive in their beds. From the old hag of Newfoundland to the Japanese kanashibari, these stories reflect the universal human experience of sleep paralysis and the terror it evokes. Understanding the historical and cultural context of sleep paralysis can help us appreciate the profound impact this phenomenon has had on human consciousness and storytelling. Research and future directions. Unlocking the secrets of sleep paralysis. While we have made significant strides in understanding sleep paralysis, there is still much that we don't know. Ongoing research is exploring the neurological basis of this sleep disorder, investigating the specific brain regions and neurotransmitters involved in its development. By unraveling the complexities of sleep and wakefulness, scientists hope to develop more effective treatments and prevention strategies for sleep paralysis. Future research may also shed light on the connection between sleep paralysis and other sleep disorders, mental health conditions, and even creativity. Conclusion: overcoming the terror of sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis is a terrifying but ultimately harmless sleep disorder that affects millions of people worldwide. By understanding its causes, symptoms, and potential triggers, we can begin to demystify this frightening experience and take steps to reduce its impact on our lives. Seeking professional help, practicing good sleep hygiene, and connecting with others who share similar experiences can empower us to overcome the fear and anxiety associated with sleep paralysis. Remember, you are not alone in this. With knowledge, support, and self-care, we can navigate the shadows of sleep paralysis and reclaim the peace and tranquility of a good night's rest.